Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be continuing What If Naruto Had Cremation. Anyway, without further ado, let's get right into this video.
You are watching Shinobi LX. Enjoy.
Remember to hit the like button or your next fight you're going to end up looking like this guy. And trust me, you don't want to end up looking like this guy. So yeah, hit the like button. Man, I hope y'all like the video. You don't want y'all to end up like that dude. Anyway. So after they leave the village, Naruto was like he's starting to panic a little bit because he doesn't know what he's gonna do. But after like wandering around for a bit and getting his bearings, he realizes that no matter what they do at this point in time, they have to be in it together. Because if they're not, then things could go very bad very quickly. And Hinata comes to the same realization because she also realizes that she's been just blindly following Naruto around. Because that's legit what she's doing right now. So Naruto turns around and he looks at her and he's like, I can't help you get stronger. And she looks at him like confused. And Naruto's like, the strength that I hold doesn't come from, you know, a Gekigenkai. And she's still kind of confused. And Naruto basically tells her, like, I can't train you or tell you anything because my ability is basically just this. And he opens his hand and it's fire. And she's like, oh, well, yeah, I knew that. I wasn't planning on you to get me, for you to get me strong. I was planning on trying to find someone else. And Naruto was like, one of these days, I'm gonna go back to that village and I'm gonna rule it the way I want it to be ruled. And And Hinata was like, you know what? That doesn't sound like a half bad idea. We can rule it together. And Naruto was like, why would I ever want to rule a village with someone that was too weak to defend herself in it? And Naruto looks at her and was like, but how about this? Maybe if we see how strong you get starting now, maybe if we see how strong you get, maybe we can rule the village together. But if not, then I don't know, we could work something out. And Hinata was even with Naruto basically just saying, "Hey, you're not that strong, but we could work something out eventually." Like, if that's the case, she gets happy, she gets a little bit excited because, well, Naruto basically just gave her the okay to stay by his side. So, she gets up, like, and she starts training a little bit. Like, she's hyper now, so she's running around and stuff, and like she runs into a small group of shinobi from the sand village, and like the sand shinobi were like talking to her as if like they were going to take her. And Naruto was like, what seems to be the problem? And the villagers are like, well, the sand shinobi were like, there's two of them. Maybe this is a Genian squad from the Leaf Village. Who knows? Who really cares? All that matters right now is the fact that this pretty little girl is coming with us. And Naruto looks at him and was like, no, no, she's not. She's not coming with him. And the Sand Village Shinobi were like, yes, yes, she is. And Naruto was like, so is their was this their plan all the time, all along was to kick us out the village for us to get picked up by lonely down bad shinobi? Is that what this was? Man, the Leaf Village really lowered their standards on how they get rid of people. And as they well, I'm gonna say they were Stone Village. Yeah, Stone Village Shinobi. Cause this will lead up better into what I'm about to start saying now. So, like Naruto looks behind him and he sees this girl with red hair. And he points to her and was like, so what's her deal? And some of the shinobi looked back and were like, don't worry about what's her deal. Just know that if your power anything is anything like hers, then we can find some form of use for you. And Naruto was like, oh well, if you guys could find use for her, then I can find use for her. And they were like, what are you talking about? And Naruto was like, oh, I appreciate you for bringing me my new ally, but you guys can leave now before you get hurt. We don't want you to get hurt. And they start laughing and they're like, well, there's nothing that you can necessarily do to stop us, but sure, let's go with that one. And they pull out kunai and they were like, well, we're done playing games. The girl's coming with us. You can live or die. We honestly don't care. And one of them begin to rush at Naruto, and Naruto was like, "You're really pissing me off." And like an instant, a really big blue light shines, and it wakes the red-haired girl up. And when she wakes up, she sees like a pile of ashes, like a small pile of ashes sitting in front of a little kid. And in front of this little kid, well, behind this little kid is a little girl, and in front of the behind the pile of ashes is a couple of shinobi, and they start panicking and they run. Now, Orochimaru was finna save her. Was finna save Karin, if you didn't know who that was. But after seeing Naruto's power and seeing what it could possibly become, he jumps down from the tree and he tells Naruto that he can give him some more power or teach him how to control it or, give him give it more potency or whatever. And he like Naruto agrees to this and him along with Karin and Hinata begin to go to Sound Village. So they get the little sound headbands and Orochimaru tells Hinata that he can try to train her as best as he can with her Byakugan and stuff, but he was gonna see if he can give her some uncanny ability as well. So Naruto, Karin, and Hinata have all been trained and raised up together. Now with that being out of the way, let's flash over back to the Leaf Village. So after Naruto and Sakura leaves the Leaf Village, um, after Naruto and Hinata leaves the Leaf Village, Hiruzen Hiruzen gets angry mainly because they just lost the Nine Tails. He just walked right out the gates of the village along with some random ass ability and the princess of the Higa clan, if that's still a thing. Um, so yeah, Hiruzen's he's kind of he's pissed. So not Naruto, Kakashi was like, maybe you should call them in to see if they can persuade Naruto to come back to our side. And Hiruzen was like, I didn't want to have to, but I guess we would have to bring him in for this situation anyway. After all, it's not like some of the shinobi in this village can barely hold a candle up to what Naruto could do, especially since we let him live with Anbu members. And Kakashi was like, "Oh yeah, whose bright idea was that again?" And Hiruzen was like, "I admit it's not the greatest. It wasn't the greatest idea in the long term, but short term, it was the best course of action that we had at that present moment in time." Anyway, let's go ahead and summon them to these two. And this is where I'm ending this part off. If y'all enjoyed the video, drop a like. If y'all enjoy my content, please subscribe. Anyway, this has been Shinobi. Peace.